live.
And we're live. Good afternoon, everybody.
Second stream of the day.
It is. Well, I was not here for the first one, so it is your second stream.
I clearly saw you as a sock puppet.
Precisely, I was a sock puppet. Today we are doing some hobbying. What are you working on, Brendan?
Project that should have been done last month.
I'm proud of you.
I'm working on some bases. I'm going to be doing a Mosaic scheme so I'm going to get that.
Marble.
Well, it's Mosaic build with the marble paint scheme. I'm going to get them built today so I can start painting them later today, maybe tomorrow, depending on the weather. And then, what are you working on?
So with Rocky Top behind us, with Rocky Top and its dubious terrain behind us, I actually need to bid myself the Triumph of Saint Katherine, because even if you cannot generate 500,000 lethal hits per turn, anything more than 0 is pretty good. So that's...
Well, not to mention you get better miracle dice too.
Yeah, you get better miracle dice. You get all of the magic auras. You get quite a lot from her. Plus, she carries a pepperoni pizza, which is pretty cool. So that's what I'm doing. Working.
So you're actually gonna paint it like a pizza?
So I do not know, because until it was mine and I owned it and I had my nose on it. Let me put the mic further from my mouse because my curve goes significantly higher than yours. Until I had my face on it, literally, I thought
let's transition in so you can see it.
I thought it was like little rounds of incense or coal or whatever, and those are actually roses.
Yeah.
Well, you say yeah, like it's obvious.
Well, it's based on the lore of Sisters of Battle being a very religious organization. It makes sense that there's rose petals honoring the dead body.
No, so that's Argent Shroud. I don't know which way I should put it. That's the Argent Shroud. So it's going to have to be silver.
You can paint it whatever color scheme you want. You don't have to have...
Well, at least the thing that are related to the orders. That's something heart? Sacred Heart?
Valorous Heart. Valorous Heart. Valorous Heart.
Valorous Heart. That's, of course, Ebon Chalice. My...
Your favorite?
Girl, Mama miss you. I miss when Ebon Chalice was. Oh, that and a bag of chips. That one is carrying a limb. She's carrying an arm with a flower in it. I do not know what that one is, if I'm honest with you. There's 2 of them.
Two dead limbs?
So one of them is carrying a banner and a book. Yes, we also do green stuff.
One's also Bloody Rose too. So
yeah, so that's the thing. So those 2 are, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, so those 2 are unknown. Those 4 are the ones that I'm aware of, at least.
I think if you look at the data sheet, they're all listed. Like, not which relic is which, but which relics are represented. Because there's 6 of them.
And those are roses. So...
Well, that's Bloody Rose.
For Bloody Rose. And now that I know that it is what it represents,
You want to paint it like a pepperoni pizza.
I am less inclined of painting it like a pepperoni pizza, which makes me very sad, because Jeneth being a Roomba and Saint Kath being the pepperoni pizza girl, has been part of Eloise's lore.
You know, you're not the only one who thinks it's a pepperoni pizza. So I say you should do what you want to do. And if that includes painting it like a pepperoni pizza, paint it like a pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what's going to happen? I don't think someone's going to be like, well, actually, that's not...
Well, actually, women, it's not a pepperoni pizza. No shit, Sherlock. You don't say. Thank you very much for being here for... I know. I know.
Paint it how you want. It's your model. You can convert it how you want. You can paint it how you want. You can do whatever with it.
It's your party and you can cry if you want to.
I mean, I probably wouldn't cry over it, but, you know, if that's what you want to do, sure. Surely that's possible.
Ow. So I do not know what to change my list with. I know that I need to add the Triumph, which is a price of the Castigator. So I could take my list from Rocky Top and just do a 1-for-1 swap with Castigator for Triumph.
Well, the question I'm going to challenge and push back on is, how did the Castigators do for you?
Terrible.
Terrible?
But it was mostly dice related and not necessarily Castigator related.
Because on paper they seem pretty good.
On paper they seem pretty good, and as an engineer, I did the math, and they should be way better than they have been rolling for me. That's how I know that it's a dice issue and not a unit issue. They were harder to kill.
I mean, every time I walked over there, it was like one of the last things alive in your army, so there's that.
Yeah, they were harder to kill. They were putting out some shots when the dice were not identifying as 1 and 2s only.
Hey, it's 2024. The dice can identify how
they can identify as whatever they want, but it is harder to play a game when your dice ignore that they can roll for higher than 3 on something, hitting on 3s and exploding on 6s.
And that's why I think you're actually going to really like the Triumph, because the Triumph allows you to use take 2 miracle dice. They could be a 1, they could be a 2, they could be whatever, and it makes it a 6.
That's the Evangelist rule that I miss. Where you looked at your opponent dead in the eyes for a 1 and a 2, shook your hands, smile at your opponent and say, hey, look, it's a 6. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm telling you it's a 6.
Now it is.
So yeah, that's why I'm building the Triumph.
I think you'll like it. You know, I wouldn't poo-poo on the Castigators. I think the Castigators actually pretty solid.
And that's the thing. What do I change in my list? Is 1 Castigator enough? 3 Castigators is definitely too much on GW or heavier terrain.
Mm-hmm.
But 1 Castigator does not feel enough to do the damage that I want done, or that I need done.
Yeah, because there's so there's 2 things we gotta look at when we're talking about army list creation and what the meta is looking like and all that fun stuff. And one is the prevalence of orcs and more heavily infantry armies, be it Genestealer Cult, be it Green Tide, be it...
And the fact that I'm a cagey girl.
Yeah. I think 2 Castigators is plenty on GW terrain.
So then what else do I change on my army? So my current army is Morven and her 3 girlfriends. Celestine, 2 Seraphims, the Demonifuge. Well, you don't want me to call them the terrestrial couple, so I'm trying to...
They're interspecies couple.
The interspecies couple.
One's a Harlequin, one's a sister.
That is a true statement.
I don't actually know what their lore is, so I'm sure there's like this interesting lore that we just have no idea.
Oh, they're just an interspecies couple. I don't know, I don't do lore.
Alright, well, how about this? How about we go through your list and ask, what did we like? What did we not like?
Yeah.
And go from there. So what did you like? What worked in your army and you were satisfied with?
I actually like the shoot and bounce of the Seraphims.
Okay. Do you feel as if 2 squads was enough? Or was it too few?
I think 2 was enough. 1 started on the table and was ready to come out turn 1 if I were getting the you have to beat Thou. Thou must be in the middle.
Hmm.
I'm missing an arm. Oh, no, it's here. Okay. The other one was in deep strike, ready to be behind enemy line, ready to shoot and bounce on 2, capture enemy outpost, ready to do all the shenanigans.
Because I know you originally had 3 squads, and then you
Yes.
moved away from having the 3 squads because you wanted to try something with the smaller footprint that was they had lone op.
Yeah, so the small footprint with lone op, the diminutive, really, they work for me. And it might be that they work for me at my level because nobody can screen for shit in the middle table. But shall I ever be at a higher level, they will not work, which is fine. I don't anticipate being at the higher level anytime soon anyways.
Well, I know the first thing is, we don't even know what tournament we're going to next.
I thought we were going this weekend.
We could. We haven't made the determination that one way or another.
Okay. I'm messing around.
Oh no.
Well, I need to behead her before putting the things on her. And I put the things on her before beheading her, so. Come on, Saint Flower. Pepperoni pizza saint.
The best saint. My favorite saint.
Your favorite saint.
The saint of pepperoni pizza. Oh.
We don't pray enough to the saint of pepperoni pizza. So yeah.
So you like the way the list built, and it's important to note that it was also player place terrain too. So certain things might not work on GW terrain.
Yes.
And you've never played it. Well, I guess you played at GW terrain at the one RTT that you went for practice.
Yeah, that I got rolled over.
Well, that's why you practice.
Yeah, but I need a different list that is less shooting gallery dependent, or when you do not have shooting galleries, I guess.
So I think that's where the arcoflagellants definitely come in for you.
And is 2 enough?
Well, they're so good that people want you to take 3.
But then what do I take out?
And that's where the struggle begins, because you want to make sure you have enough shooting, you want to make sure you have enough close combat.
If I take out 1 castigator for the Triumph, then I'm losing some anti-tank ability.
Yeah, anti-tank, anti-horde, just having a durable presence on the table.
Then there will still be tanks and horde.
Yeah.
So I need to replace it with
something.
Hurt. And I know that the list that Sean sent me included that needs to go as well. I know that the list that Sean sent me included retributors, but retributors without rerolls are in my dice, in my hands, deadweight.
Well, something to keep in mind is because you have the Triumph, you can guarantee a 6 somewhere, right?
Once per turn per unit, once per turn total, once per
I think it's twice per turn, or twice per phase, because they FAQ'd it. It used to be unlimited, so you can be like, oh, well, I'm going to use this 6 and this 6 and this 6.
And you get a 6 and you get a 6.
And then they deemed that was a bit too much. So,
oh, come on, G-Dub.
Well, just because you need help rolling 6s doesn't mean everyone needs help rolling 6s.
Well, there is that. Yes. No, I could see how that would be a little bit abusive.
I mean, I remember playing against it exactly one time, and I was like, wow, this is dumb.
Not the thing. It should be good, but it should not be giving a bad taste in your opponent's mouth good.
Yeah, my opponent was able to, every single melt-a-gun that he shot did 6 damage. It was actually really impressive.
That's a pretty good melter.
Yeah, and it's just because of how it was worded. So now you can only do that with 2 units, which feels a lot less bad. Oh, and every hunter killer missile too was also 6 damage.
Well, it is important. You know that I consistently use my miracle dice to wound or hit on the hunter killer missile.
Yeah.
I will not take a risk rolling 2 ones in a row. And that's how much faith I have in my dice, I guess.
So I think the first step is we need to burn your dice. If your dice are rolling that bad where you're just like, I'm done using these dice.
I use miracle dice for hunter killer missile. If I pass the first 2, I will use miracle dice for the second 2 or 3. This is a level of faith.
Did you scream "I believe in the Emperor" enough?
I did not scream "I believe."
That could be the reason why your sisters aren't doing as well.
That's your explanation.
I mean, all the orc players yell "Wah."
Wah, and it works for them.
Yeah, I mean, there are lots of very successful orc players this weekend at the tournament we attended. So.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that they were very successful players before orcs were good and that orcs are good.
Yeah.
Everything to do with the fact that they scream "War."
Yes.
Okay.
Because they believed.
I'm glad we agree.
I think it makes perfect sense.
Uh-huh.
There's no fault in the logic that I'm using.
No. 100%. Wait. Okay. So Saint Sylvana Mina has been beheaded.
Is that her name?
Yeah. They have names. I didn't know they had names.
I do not either.
Stop throwing things at me.
Yeah, it's like shooting, little pieces of plastic across the room. So you liked your list. You were disappointed with the castigators, not because of their inability to do stuff, it's just your dice rolling.
Well, I cannot judge. In my mind, I cannot judge the unit's ability to do stuff when out of 9 heavy bolters shot per castigator per turn, hitting on 3s, exploding 6s.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had an average, 3 might be too low. I think I averaged 5 hits.
Yeah. These seem below average.
Yeah.
So I think perhaps the next incident. So what I would suggest, and this is just me, unless you found something that you really just did not like, maybe playing the list as it is at another tournament. If the dice were that bad at this particular event because you didn't believe in the Emperor or whatever, we could acknowledge it and then try different dice, see if that helps.
I also need a different type of list for...
Not entirely. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not like, I don't think you need to start over from scratch.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've lost a skull!
No, it was for the skull throne.
I just spent a lot of time cutting a skull that is currently somewhere.
You're never going to find it.
I know. The dog is excited, though, because I got excited.
I'm also kind of excited, wondering what's going on.
But I asked Sean for his list. If I don't base my list out of Sean's list, then why did I ask Sean for his list?
Well, that's the first mistake. Because you should always build your list based on your experiences. And then you could take other people's list advice, but you don't have to follow every single bit. For example, the list that I took, if I listened to what everyone told me, they told me that it was the worst list ever and I would never be successful with it.
Oh. The internet told me my list is bad, which was the name of your list for the tournament.
Yeah. And quite the contrary. It was actually quite exceptional. I may make a small change or two, but nothing.
You're happy with how it played?
I am happy with how it played. There's a couple like positioning things that I can fix, and there's a couple things I need to factor or focus on when playtesting. But other than that, there's nothing where I went fundamentally like, wow, this list is just bad.
Oh,
it wasn't like when I went to Atlanta and I just said, this is not a good list.
I fumbled on positioning as well. I did some stuff where... So I purposefully set everything up so that second turn I strategic reserve my Crusaders on the objective in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I did not do before turn 4?
You didn't put them on the table.
Yeah, and I lost 10 points. You want to know by how many points I lost that game?
2.
5. Less than 10.
It's okay because Brad did the same exact thing. He never brought a Storm Boys on.
Yeah, but...
And he's a you could argue a professional at 40K.
Yeah, but...
Are you gonna do it again?
Probably not.
That's how you learn.
Now, moving forward, if I make the plan of bringing units in the back to score, I will try to remember to bring the flipping unit in the back to score. Who would have thought? But besides that, I had really great experiences.
I know that you were kind of in a playing Warhammer funk because of work and other real life stuff. Do you think that attending this tournament, hanging out with everybody, rejuvenated your interest in playing more?
No, it created it.
No.
Up to this weekend I was playing Warhammer because you were playing Warhammer and I wanted to hang out with you. I told you that.
But now you're like, I want to play Warhammer because I want to be the best Sisters of Battle player ever.
No. I'm starting to lose my cool over this little clan that keeps popping my thing out. Ooh! You and the horse you rode on. Saint Mina. Let's hope. Let's hope it fits in. So yes. Why am I beheading poor Saint Mina? Because all of my sisters have been beheaded and their head replaced with little skulls.
As punishment for the amount of times they've died, right?
No. Actually, the canoness. Who still has their head? The canoness.
You have the Palatine. You have Morven Val.
I don't think Morven has her head. I think
Morven Val 100% has her head.
Really?
Yeah. And then you have the 5 Seraphim. And then the couple you just built, the Demofuge.
No.
Oh yeah, you did change their heads.
They lost their head.
Oh,
They lost their mind.
I think it's just because you're inspired by the guillotine, and that's why you want to take it.
Yes, that's a French in me who wants to behead everybody. Or it's my inability to paint faces that has evolved into a modeling for painting advantage by choosing to replace everybody's face with skulls.
Well, I mean, you say that, but you did do some really good job painting flesh tones on the Arcoflagellants.
The problem is not the skin.
It's the face.
It's
the eyeballs. Help me, Clarence.
Let's hope she looks less silly when she's painted.
Here, let me go on you. You can see what you're doing.
No.
Yep, got the tweezers out.
No. I don't know what I'm doing. I do not want the world to see what I'm doing.
Oh, well, they're seeing what you're doing. Whether you like it or not.
Okay, so let's cut.
You weren't on stream this past weekend. How does that make you feel?
I did not go on stream, and that made me very happy. As a severely middle table player, who makes a ton of mistakes day in and day out, the idea of being on stream, and as someone with anxiety, the idea of having the ton of mistakes that I make day in and day out being judged by thousands of people does not bring me joy.
Oh, I'm sure when I was on stream for the one game, people were judging me. I did get some comments about how my dice were not cooperating, but that's just part of the game. It's random probability.
Dice? Oh yeah, you cannot hate on the dice. I'm not hating on. That's why I'm not hating on the castigators or hating on the dice. I just said, hey, I cannot judge how the castigator did because my dice sucked, but it's not the dice fault. I'm the one rolling them.
So last year, I played with a guy. His name was Robert at this very event.
Can I ask you to pray me, please?
Maybe. That's what she said. No.
Thank you.
So I played against this guy named Robert, and he was playing the old Wolf Guard with 800 points of free war gear, and everybody had a storm shield, and everybody had a thunder hammer, and everybody had a combi weapon, and it was a really good list. And I was playing my Raven Wing, and that guy could not make an armor save whatsoever.
That sucks.
And it was a little rough for him. It was so bad that he boxed up his dice, bought new ones at the tournament, and has never used those dice since.
I could see that. I'm not saying that mine will see the same fate.
I mean, I have a pile of dice shame in a box behind us.
But they will very, very soon not see the top of a table ever again. And it's okay,
I'm glad that after
3 years, 2 years.
3 years of acknowledging that your tiny dice don't roll that well, that we're finally moving forward with getting different dice.
They were not rolling well, but they were rolling slightly below average. Like this weekend, they really, really went south. This weekend, they really, really went, hey.
We're done. We're tired, boss. We're tired.
Hey, girl, you know your husband has been telling you that we suck for 3 years. This weekend, we are going to prove to you that we really do. And
I don't know if they actually suck or if it's just my bias, but like I hear about all the things that you can't do with your army, and I'm like, that makes no sense because I played it with my dice and it works perfectly fine.
No. This weekend you should not average. You should not average that little passes with 9 dice.
Yeah.
It just is not.
It's unlikely.
Well, one game, it's the dice even themselves out from time to time. The first game I did not pay attention to it. I started paying attention to it against the Tau dude, which was my second game. So yeah.
I believe, I don't have any scientific evidence, so this is just a belief, that smaller dice roll poorly. I don't think they're balanced that well. And since you exclusively use the little dice, it could explain why you have a difficult time sometimes.
Oh, and don't get me wrong, the fact that I did not, the fact that I was not aggressive enough with my Arcoflagellants on game.
Yeah, you have to unlock opportunities for dice not to matter as much.
I have also made mistakes. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
But anyone who has built their own Triumph is looking at me trying to build mine, they're gonna cry.
They're gonna be disappointed.
I'm shaving so much off. Like, yeah, I'm like,
Well, that's a fun part about converting models. It's the cutting of things off. I think, at least. I enjoy it.
me too.
You know, it's the you don't know if your crazy idea is gonna work, and once you make that cut, it's too late. Hopefully, you did a good job
Too
planning.
late to apologize. Where is my leftover green stuff?
Did you put it back in the container, or did you?
No. It's okay. I'm going to use one of the needless cherubs hoses instead. Yeah, there is more conversion coming because I do not like cherubs and I do not like flimsy things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I haven't even addressed all the broken models you have in your little collection now.
So I have fat fingers. And I am not necessarily always gentle. She's beauty, she's grace, she's a lady. I guess I'm not a lady.
Surprisingly, I don't think I actually broke any models.
I don't think I have any model broken left from this weekend.
No, the RTT, I had to fix like 10 things. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, the RTT was a hard one.
Well, you also had children like trying to break your stuff too.
Poor kid. Kid, if you listen, I did not mean to traumatize you.
He never came back to the game store again.
No, he was there Saturday for the RTT, and I'm like, hey, my dude, it's my understanding that I owe you an apology. He says, what do you mean? Well, I told you that I would break your legs if you broke my model, and by the time I told you that you had already broken my models, and my husband said that you were nervous. So please know that it was...
I will do it again.
Please know that it was a joke. Admittedly of poor taste, but it was a joke. And he said, oh, I had forgotten about it. I'm like, well, cool. I guess you were not traumatized. Have a good rest of your day, mate.
Now you traumatized him again.
And we both moved on with our lives.
He's still traumatized to this day.
Eloise.
To this day, he has never been seen again.
Tommy has not mentioned that I'm running his patrons away, so there's that. Ah! Wow. Strong. Yeah. Impressive. Much too much strength.
I just heard a subjective noise. That's all I heard.
Yeah, that's the only thing that happened. So I was pushing down on her for her to fit into her shell, question mark.
Yeah.
And she pop tanked.
It pops out sometimes.
It did. It did. Up. Well, she looks a little bit derpy, but it's okay. I mean, she's a skull. She's a lady. Up. There we go. So, quit. If you are a Sisters player and you want to play canon Sisters who respect the lore and each and every single detail, I would like to apologize for what you are seeing right now.
Travesty of the destruction of the Triumph. It's only a $125 model.
That's the thing. It is my $125 that I spent on my model. Yeah. So if I want it to be neon pink and orange, and I want the cherubs to be carrying butterflies, them babies be carrying butterflies.
That'd be kind of cool. Are you gonna make that happen?
Now that I think about it, it actually would be super sweet. No, it will not. But
well, now I'm disappointed because I thought there'd be rainbows and butterflies.
It will not happen. It would be super sweet, but it will not happen.
When you buy the second Triumph. When you're in the rainbow phase instead of the skeleton phase.
Yeah, rainbows would just not match with the vibe that we're going for.
Well, you got girls like Lady Gaga, Asher color hair, bright green, bright pink, bright blue.
Okay, so you will need to stop breaking, or you will never be attached ever again. The banner on the back of the banner girl. It doesn't want to be held in place. Ah. Oh.
I'm hearing the weirdest noises.
Yeah, the lack of joy is real.
So while Eloise messes around with that, I'm working on 3 ghost keel bases and 3 riptide bases. Maybe these ghost keel bases, they should be. Go find out. They make sure before I get carried along.
That would be super funny. Stop, mother freaking breaking.
They are ghost keel size. Just had to confirm. They're only slightly larger than Outriders. Hey, if you're not feeling it, don't force it because it's not gonna.
I am going to try. It's going to be like the flail on the arcoflagellants, I am going to try to put them on, and then as they break, I will just not replace it.
Sounds about right.
Okay. But like the banner should not fall just by putting the dude's foot in the hole,
I mean, yeah.
Well, maybe because I put it in the wrong hole. But that's neither here nor there.
That may explain your difficulty with that model.
No. It's the model's fault.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Have you thought about following the instructions?
Shh, no. At no point in my modeling and painting career was following the instruction part of my expectations.
That could set you up for failure. I just want to let you know.
It's setting me up for fun.
You do have a couple Sisters of Battle hip dysplasia, so
they don't have hip. They do have hip dysplasia. They were born with a handicap, and the Sisters Army is an inclusive army. It's a brethren of battle with differently abled people.
Okay.
My story, I'll stick to it.
You say that, but you make it seem like being differently abled isn't a sin, probably, for the Emperor.
He is differently abled. They cannot even walk. The dude doesn't even have a body. If that is not being differently abled, I don't know what that is. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, so we are not going to put all of the cherubs on things.
So you need something that has height.
Yes, and I asked on the Sisters of Battle Facebook group, thank you very much to the people who replied to me, the basis height total from the table is 500. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you, lovely people on the other side of the camera. Where are you? There you are. The height is 5.5, which means that I would need to bring it up to roughly that level, which doesn't mean shit to people on camera, but means a lot to me. Do we still have arches and terrain and?
Yep, somewhere. Are you done building? Like, are you at that point?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me finish putting these couple pieces on, and I'll go look. We have ghosts too, if you want ghosts.
I mean, if I get a ghost out of her tummy, it would need to be a it would need to be a 3-inch long ghost.
Yeah. I don't think we have that.
Also, I wanted to try. Can I brass rod on one side and magnet on the other? Because I do not want her to be fixed, because I want to be able to travel with her. Okay, so if I magnet here. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Okay. Are you magnetic? No. Actually, are you magnetic? No. Well, that would not have worked. In the rings. I am differently abled. Yeah, no. Okay. Ah, it works. So I could just use her like that.
It's up to you. I mean, by magnetizing it without using rare earth magnets on both sides, you run the risk of when it's on the table just wobbling and falling apart.
So I should put one magnet here, one magnet, but it's
Yeah, you'll probably have to drill holes.
like holes, like through holes.
Yeah.
Because it is.
I mean, does 2 magnets on one, like, does that work?
Yeah.
So what part are you worried about damaging, I guess?
The girls. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you go here. You go here. So I would like to attach one. Of course, I put it at this place where. Up. Who is the one in the back? The one in the back is the one who is holding the horde. There you go.
Does she have a name?
Josephine.
Valentine?
Valentine. So yeah, I'd like to put a magnet into her. Put a magnet, and actually I could put magnet under there and just. Let's do that. Okay. Valentine, the magnet chick. Sounds like a terrible idea. Let's do it. Come on, Valentine.
Woo.
Magnet was what it needed to be. I was not.
Yep. Let's not stab myself with the knife. All right.
Please don't hurt yourself.
Try not to.
I will try not to hurt myself. Then we'll both have a great, great hobby session. Valentine.
Is it really a hobbying session if someone doesn't cut themselves with an X-Acto knife or super glue their fingers together?
I cut myself already. And I super glued my fingers already.
Yeah, I got a little bit of super glue in my fingers. I'm using a new glue style that is just getting all over the place and is actually really annoying me.
Okay.
It's because the store that I went to buy more glue is out, so I'm ordering stuff online to have it delivered. But it won't be here till Thursday.
I did not know that stores could run out of super glue, if I'm honest with you.
Well, they didn't run out of super glue. They just ran out of the super glue that I prefer. And now I'm stuck with the super glue that's getting all over my fingers. And it makes me sad.
Do you want to try it? Because my fingers are covered in super glue anyway, so I might as well.
So are mine.
Okay. Right, velveteen. Get a little bit more glue here. A little bit more glue there.
You should be good right
there. I have no clue how that will end up. Okay, I think I'm going to magnetize them, and then we'll see what the next step is. Do not want to take it too far.
Well, don't. Like, I would do just the one and see how it fully comes out before committing to do everything.
Oh no, I need to magnetize before I paint. Paint?
No, what I'm saying is just finish magnetizing the one before saying I'm going to magnetize everything.
Oh yeah, 100%.
In case you find out that magnets indeed aren't your friend, which is a possibility.
How am I going to do that? Like that. Okay. Ah! No! No!
I have no idea what's going on here. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
Mistakes were made.
You put the magnet in the wrong way?
No, not yet.
That sounds like you did.
Not yet. No, I did not. Just Valentine went for an adventure without me. I was not ready for it. Okay, now we'll let it dry. So I flipped it to put the magnet that I had the glue on, and Valentine fell.
Oh.
Valentine went, whee! I was not fully ready for it. There you go. So it holds like that.
Hey, it works. Did you drill a hole or did you just put one magnet on the other side?
I put one magnet here and one magnet there.
Okay, let's transition in gears.
That's a good thing that I was not in big for all of that, because people would think that I am differently abled.
You know, you have said you are like 3 times now.
Technically, I am. If you have an autism diagnostic, you are differently abled. So yeah, I like that.
It makes it easier to paint.
It makes it easier to paint. It makes it easier to travel with, while not being too wobbly. At least she stayed there. She wobbled in place. Look, yeah. Yeah. Don't knock her off.
Eloise is going to be accused of during a tournament. You know, she's going to be modeling for advantage when the model is just like fly off the base.
No, it actually takes quite a bit of oomph to. Come on, Josephine.
I like how they all have names. There. Let me.
Josephine is not her name. The lady holding the heart. Her name is Lucia. There you go. I like that. Like, if I can shake it upside down and she stays in there. It's sturdy enough. Like, look. Whee!
Whee! Damn. It works. And then, I mean, if you find that...
And if I find that it's not enough, I can always change it, but...
Yeah. Alright. Let's cut some of these now that this is...
Talking about pepperoni pizza.
Okay. Random?
Random segue. Oh, before you do that, can you look for the terrain for me, please?
I can't. I think I know where some is.
You're organizy boy.
I am building more frequently than you, yes. So.
And you organize everything. When I organize things, I know where I hide the things. That's going to be thick there. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, let's grab 2 magnets. There we go. She's a lady. Yep. There we go.
So, speaking of pizza.
The new pizza place opened by us.
Yep.
They are going to be super swamped.
Are they?
Yeah, they've been putting on Facebook now. I would like to thank everybody on the community for being so flipping swamped upon starting week, which is a good problem to have. But they also do delivery.
Okay. So, are you suggesting that you want pizza tonight?
I'm offering.
We can get pizza.
I don't remember how I did Seraphim.
Let me get you some train. Do. So I have this box. That's the Sanctum. The Sector Imperialis Sanctum that I'm going to be using.
Perfect.
Most of the parts for different projects, but I'm sure there's stuff we can put in here. I just don't know if it's tall enough for what you're trying to do.
Coercing it. Staying in position.
Actually, if you get one of these statues.
Yeah, maybe. I need something that's roughly 5-inch tall because the base.
I mean, this isn't going to be 5 inches tall. I'll tell you that right now. This is 3 inches tall.
Okay, let me wipe that off. Ah. There you go.
Use your ruler.
I too. I am advertising for Marvel School. Established in 1947. Fine.
Yeah, so this right here is 5 inches tall. This segment. And I just don't see how you add that on.
That is super tall.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, when I get there, I'll cross that bridge.
Why don't... Okay, so let's problem solve this right now and just try to think. Are there any model kits that you think would be visually interesting and match the theme that you're going with? Because we have the skeletons, there are some Bone Reaper models, there are... I mean, you could take Seraphim and attach Seraphim to it. It doesn't have to be a cherub. And it's so few, like it's like 1 or 2 tiny cherubs. Like, I also think if it's a 1/4 of an inch shorter, it's not that big of a deal. No one's going to take their ruler and be like, oh, this isn't exactly 5 inches.
The cherubs are 4.445 and yours are 4.342.
Nobody,
Yeah.
No one's going to do that. It just needs to be a little taller.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think you should just, there's some ghosts in there. I think you should use those.
So, Innocent Girl. What's your name? Innocent Girl. Arabella.
I'm actually really surprised that they all have names. I never would have guessed that they have names.
Arabella is not holding up well. She doesn't. She's not holding up well. The pressure is getting to her. And I am very unsure. Well, that is not true. I know what I need to do. I don't want to do it.
And what do you need to do?
I need to drill.
Yeah, probably.
But drill just a tiny wee bit. And because I am a very gentle human being, I'm very afraid of going through. Arabella. Yeah, because Arabella still, like, if you look...
You're going to have to drill.
Look, Lucia does not wobble even remotely quite as much as Arabella. Arabella, my girl, you're not playing ball with me.
Yeah. With a name like Arabella, I understand why.
And she could be named Rubella. Rubella! Come on. Okay. Ha. We do have that. Okay. Well, let's try our best. Try your best to not mess it up. Whee!
Well, just do a little bit at a time.
Right. I need a bigger drill bit. That's what she said. Oh, I'll be right back.
I'm not good at talking to myself. I have internal monologue. So right now what I'm doing is I have the top to base, and I made sure it was fully cured before I start trimming, and now I'm just cutting it down to the edge of the base so it doesn't stick off. And then if a piece randomly pops off while I'm cutting it, just glue it on. You could do this step with like plastic card, but this is actually just a for sale sign that I got at my local store, and it's about 1/16 of an inch thick.
You never talk to yourself?
Not verbally, no.
Everybody needs an expert's advice.
I don't need to talk to myself out loud.
I mean, that's fair. Okay.
I have an inner monologue. I don't need an external one.
Okay.
I think you should work up from a smaller size before you go to the biggest size.
I made the small one already. Okay, I know that greedy's feed, but...
I should have put a poll up. Will Eloise drill through the table?
Probably. And that's a fun thing. Probably. And we all know it. And that's funny because people cannot see it. So even if I mess up, I can say that I did not and everything will be
Oh, yeah. I mean, ultimately, if you do mess up, it's such an easy fix or cover up. You'll never know.
Well, by definition, the magnet is going where the girls are, so...
Yeah. It'll be under their blouse or under their dress or whatever it is. Cloak.
Cape. Cape? Cloak?
Something. Under their something.
Under their butt.
I haven't actually really looked at the model yet.
Under the sea. Up. So the first one is already impacting how the second one is going in. And I could see that the last one will make me lose my sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Arabella, you wobble significantly less.
Oops.
Okay. I could try to go a little bit deeper.
Well.
Greedy speed, Eloise. Yes, I know.
Do. Oh,
Oops.
I'm gonna pop off.
That's where I am happy that I'm a potter because I can feel thickness pretty well.
Yeah.
You're joking, but
I'm hoping someone doesn't clip that.
I didn't get it for way too long. Well, here come the consequences of my own actions.
That won't come back at all. Never.
No, ever.
Ever. No one will ever clip that portion of what Eloise just said.
There's not enough people watching the videos to...
I mean, there's certain people who go back and actually watch the videos on a regular basis.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Julie and Scott do.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Julian Scott, for...
Probability does, but I believe he's on vacation right now.
Well. I don't want to talk anymore. Oh, yeah. Okay. So. Oh. Shit. She is significantly sturdier. It was the right thing to do, no matter how much of a pain it was. Okay. Two down, 4 to go. Let me put away that little ghost head. Okay. Also, I would like to apologize for my chair being cracky. My husband refuses to buy me a new chair. So.
Y'all can't see the stare. I offered a year and a half ago to buy her a new chair. She said, "Nope, don't need it. This is my favorite chair of all time in history. I will never want another chair besides this one."
I cannot work on my bottle. I'm laughing too hard. You know, only for you to make that face, it was worth saying it. Oh. Okay. Not you. You.
So what she does is she steals my chair when she wants to work on projects. And then I find it in places it shouldn't be.
Okay, so, whoa, where?
We're going to go to Staples and go buy you a chair.
No, it's not worth it. Okay. So, Argent Shroud Lady, where do we put your magnet, though? Because you, girl... we used to have... Yeah. Some very, very tiny ones. Do you think I can put her very tiny, tiny one in her foot?
Probably. I don't see why you would not be able to.
But I
Do you feel confident doing it?
I feel confident doing it. I do not feel confident that it shall be enough to humph her into submission. We had a medium size between the tiny ones.
All those magnets in there are the same exact size. If there are other magnet sizes, those are ones that I bought before those, and they are probably behind the paint rack.
Sorry, dog, I didn't mean to kick you. They are no longer under the paint rack. No. Well. Let's try with a tiny one and hope for the best. And take it from there. If it's not enough, then...
You know, while you have all these magnets out, after you're done working on this project, you could magnetize all your bases so they magnetize to your rolling cart that you just purchased.
And I'm very excited about the rolling cart, by the way.
I'm going to have to get more magnets.
What on earth?
Let's go like this.
But it's such a tiny drill bit.
Is it working?
It is. It is just full of super glue. The tip of the drill bit is full of super glue.
Yeah. We got a lot of use out of it in the past year.
We did.
Let's transition back over to you so we can see you as you
Fight my way through.
violently impale your hand with the drill bit.
Demonetized.
I would assume that we were monetized to begin with.
I mean, there's that.
Right. Let that dry.
Okay. Okay, still too small. Let's go one size bigger. The tiny magnets are significantly less tiny than I gave them credit for.
You didn't drill your finger, did you?
No, just the Santa, whatever her name is, Josephine, number 2.
Saint Josephine, number 2.
Identifies as Jesus.
Okay.
The magnet went through her foot. The drill bit went through her foot.
Okay. We're gonna...
She's displaying the stigmata.
I'm sure that's in 40 kilo somewhere.
I mean, I would not be surprised if it is in 40 kilo somewhere. So there's that. Oops. Sorry, people watching. We got knocked in the face. There we go. Who said again? Okay, so. Actually, I'm going to use her stigmata to slap glue onto there. Let's hope for the best.
I mean, if you completely damage the foot with drilling through the foot with the drill, you could theoretically always cover it up with green stuff.
It's been covered up with super glue.
Yeah, well, that's one way to handle that problem.
The hole has been filled with super glue. She is going to wear platform shoes. That's it.
No,
She's Saint Baby Spice.
Saint Baby Spice?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Baby Spice was one of the Spice Girls wearing the platform shoes.
I didn't know she made it all the way to the 41st millennium, but
She did.
that's really impressive. Is she a clone, or is she an eternal, or was she, like, resurrected?
Well, she's Saint Emma. I mean, actually, that girl's name. Argent Shroud. What's the
Arch and Trout girl's name?
Argent Shroud, her name is... Oh. Katherine. The OG.
I thought Catherine is the dead woman that they're carrying around.
I agree with you that Katherine, I thought so too, was the...
So there's two Catherines. There's the Catherine holding Catherine's dead body.
Yeah, it's a Catherineception. And then you have Catherine with cancer sitting in the middle of daffodils.
Catception.
Okay. Not the greatest at avoiding wobbles, but yeah, that's what I thought. Come back here.
Get back over here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here comes the... There you go. Wow, is it that weak, really? Yeah, that will not fly. Okay, crap. I don't like what I'm seeing. We need plan B, sir.
That's what she said.
Good Lord.
There's a lot of clippable content.
To all the law enforcers in the state of Tennessee, no. Okay, that is not strong enough to live without you. What other part of her body are touching down there? Nothing. Do I want to put a magnet in her main foot? Like magnetize both? That sounds like a terrible idea. Let's do it.
Make sure the polarity is the same.
Don't you come at me with your logic and your rational.
I'm telling you now. You're going to be very sad when you drill and super glue and the polarity is different. And you're going to be like, why is this flying off in outer space and spinning around like The Exorcist?
Why is Saint Katherine number 2?
Alright, I'm transitioning back to me while you problem solve.
Is it that obvious that my brain is smoking?
I see the literal smoke coming out of your ears right now when you're trying to problem solve this issue.
Okay, so it should be like that then. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, you should not do that. What did I do wrong again? Ah. Okay. So I need to put it in like that.
Oh my goodness. Demonetized. Demonofused.
At least the demonifuse did not need to be magnetized.
It did fall apart on you at the tournament.
It did. Super random. Like, I was pushing it like that by the base 8 inches because our move is 8 inches. And when I stopped moving, the dude went slow motion. Whee!
He gave up.
I'm very unsure.
He was like, I'm done.
No, crap, I lost it. I had everything magnetized with the right polarity and blah, blah, blah.
Not anymore,
Not anymore, because I was demonstrating you how much the boy...
I'm sure he has a name, too.
The boy?
Yeah,
it's Sephirim and Sepharel or something like that.
I was going to say it's Albert.
Robert.
Robert's the name of the guy who threw all his dice away after playing me one time at a tournament.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When we talked about your castigators and how they rolled so poorly, he's the one who played Space Wolves Wolfguard.
I did not know it was Robert.
It was so bad that not only did he buy new dice, but I took him to the liquor store and bought a bottle of liquor to make the pain go away.
Good.
And that's sportsmanship right there.
Why do you not fit it? It does not want to fit in. Did I not drill the hole big enough?
That's a possibility.
Or I can try to be very, very gentle and... No.
You and gentle working with tiny models does not compute.
It did not work. Now it looks like a cauliflower. And I don't know why it was big enough for one of the magnets and it's not big enough for the other one, but I'll allow it. It's fine. Oops. How are your bases coming together? Because my sister's is not. My Triumph is a suffering. I do not feel very triumphant.
They are coming together just fine. I have 3 ghost keels and 3 riptides to do. And I might add more detail on after I'm done just playing around with putting the bare minimum on, like adding some ruins that I have behind me, adding a couple different layers just to give it more height and more visual interest.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're coming along. It just takes a while to
Fluff around with
it.
Stop fluffing around. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
So the magnet flew.
Okay.
And it's the only one that size that we have left. Nope, there's one more. Okay, cool. We'll try to not make that one fly away. Maybe it's the same one.
So you're saying the magnet caught onto the other magnets in order to magnet?
Yeah.
While you're magneting?
You a dog.
I heard you like magnets.
You know, kids these days will never know Pimp My Ride. And I'm feeling very sad for them.
I think they'll survive.
You a dog.
Now, was that something you actually watched on TV, or is that something you watched after moving to the United States?
So when I was
When I actually...
when I was in my first year of college.
Oh, we got her comment. We're doing well. Eloise is building the Triumph and magnetizing, and I'm working on some bases.
Brendan is doing way better than me.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't impaled myself yet and shot magnets all over the place, so there's that. It's the small things.
Victory. So, what was the question? Pin my ride.
When did you watch Pimp My Ride last? Like, was this a...
First. When did I watch
yes,
Pin my ride first?
Did this happen in France? Did this happen?
Yeah. So, when I was in my first year of engineering school at INSA Toulouse, I was part of the
Pimp My Ride Association of Players?
100%. No, we had I would say the equivalent of a student union, and I'm going to use the word very, very broadly. Like we were representing the students at the console, and we were organizing parties, mostly organizing parties.
That's the most important thing you could do.
Oh, yeah, it's college. And the Amicale of the INSA Toulouse had cable. Why? I don't know. And we had MTV on it. So I watched Next and Pimp My Ride. And Your Ex or Me. Which was it?
So were these shows in English or were they in French?
They were extremely poorly dubbed, which...
That makes it even better.
Oh, yeah.
Before we were streaming, I was watching a video about the invasion of massive amounts of Japanese samurai movies in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And how cheap, well, I say Japanese. They were mainly like from Taiwan and South Korea and Hong Kong.
The Philippines.
And the Philippines. And before that, I was watching a video about one of the best movies of all time, Samurai Cop.
There you are. Okay. So now that Baby Spice platform is magnetized, we're going to let it dry.
How big is the platform, though?
Extremely thick.
Dick.
She has orthopedic shoes, for people that have one leg shorter than the others. Oh, wow. Okay. It's going to be a squeeze fit. Maybe I did not need the magnets. Maybe all I needed was to make the thing thicker. Ah! My girl, she looks like she's screaming, so that's matching her outfit.
Next time you attend a War Games live tournament, I want to get Joe on, have you on the stream.
No.
Because I think it'd be hilarious.
Why?
Because
I don't know how to play. I do not know what I would bring.
It's the colorful commentary that you give that everyone finds enjoyable.
Baby Spice?
Like when the judge comes up to me and is like, Eloise is just saying, every time I walk by Eloise's table, she's just saying weird shit. And I'm
yeah, so I know whose judge you talk to. I do not know what happened during that tournament. that poor dude. And he looked at my table and was like, banana! For my very own defense, I screamed banana when my opponent was making a banana of Zengor around my deployment zone. And I just screamed banana.
So you're in a room with 140K players.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's all the vendors. Then there's all the judges. Then there's the people who are just enjoying the gaming convention.
And I'm the only girl in the room.
No, there were people doing cosplay. There were people just chilling out and checking out. Like there were spouses and people playing board games and video games. But no one was yelling banana.
You were missing out. It brought me joy. It brought me way more joy than being surrounded by Zangor.
Zangor's OP.
I don't know if they're OP, but they sure did love cuddling lovingly my deployment zone.
Zangors do love cuddling. They're very cuddly. So, are they goat people or bird people? I know we've had this discussion before.
They were bird people. My opponent described them as goat, so as birds. So
I think they're bird people, but some people, because they're bird people with horns, but some people believe that they're goat people, and I think those people are wrong.
It's okay. They're allowed to be wrong. Listen, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. You're gonna need to hang in there, girl, before I lose my head. I just need to know what size is the magnet for the polarity. I need you to hang in there, or I can just shave that a little bit. There you go. Hop. There you go. Mother of all. Cha-cha. There you go.
You got it? You figured it out? This is not a family stream, so you can swear. But I do like your colorful commentary when you're not swearing.
I am trying not to. So when I was in China, I was trying not to swear as well. I've been trying not to swear my whole life. Clearly, I'm not doing great. Instead of fucking twat, I used to say flying trout.
And people would probably be like, where?
Yes. Why are you not attracted by this magnet?
Well, sometimes when, a magnet meets a magnet, they're not attracted to each other. It's okay. Not every magnet has to be attracted to every magnet. They could repel each other.
Well, that's the thing. I purposely made it so that they wouldn't love each other.
They apparently don't.
And apparently, it is not what our Lord and Savior intended for the magnets to do. Up, there you go.
Alright, let that one dry.
You did not tell me that magnetizing 6 girls would take me an hour.
No, I figured you'd figure that one out the hard way. I wouldn't magnetize them. I'd glue them onto the base. I'd glue them on the base and then cut off all the loose stuff so they are less likely to break. It hasn't been an hour yet. It's only been about 30 minutes.
And I did not start at the beginning of the stream. I built Felicia at the beginning of the stream. No, her name is not Felicia.
I don't know. I like it, though. Could be.
So when you kill Saint Katherine, do you take the whole model out, or do you just take the girls one by one off of the base?
I mean, you kill the whole model, but if you wanted to, you could start pulling off. So it used to be last edition is, as the model took damage, you would get less and less access to various relics. So you could hypothetically pull the bodies off, but that's not how it works now.
That's disappointing.
I mean, you have gone through all this energy and effort of magnetizing everything, so if you wanted to physically do that.
How many wounds she got?
18.
Wow. That's 3 wounds per girl? Yeah. Every 3 wounds she loses, ow.
Ah! It seems like a lot of work for not very much benefit.
Having fun is a benefit.
Having fun is a benefit. That's not the benefit we're talking about. The benefit of removing the models as it takes wounds. Because realistically, the model's going to... As soon as that model's taking wounds, it's probably going to die.
It's T3?
It's T3.
Yeah. It could have 65 wounds.
Well, if it had 65 wounds, I think it'd be okay.
Okay. So I believe the other foot is there. Okay. Well, let's draw. Maybe. There we go.
I got some distance.
Yeah, it went past me. At least you did not hit me in the face with it. I'll take it. Who said hi, by the way?
Kit Bash Carnage.
Talking about Carnage.
Random transition, but I'll allow it. Yes.
Hi, Brendan. How are you?
Did that improve your vision by staring through a narrow opening in the base?
You know what? I'm actually going to put it as close as possible to the edge and just cock it in face. That's going to be how it's going to hold.
Alright, we're getting along. 2 ghost steel bases done. 3rd one's on the way. Building the manta is going to take forever.
The Mentos base, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But is it cool and exciting then?
Yeah, that's a project for this summer.
I am officially so out of patience with them.
You know you don't have to finish this tonight, right? Hey, how's your battery? How's your battery?
I do not know. Up and running.
Mine wasn't. Let me transition. I have to fix the batteries.
Why?
My battery died.
to speak not too loud.
Test, test, test. Right. It looks like it's working.
Might want to put it up a bit just so
It's
that.
as high as it can go.
Okay, so we're gonna put it a little bit closer to Brendan. Brendan is quiet boy.
Let's go on to Eloise.
No, that's not going, Eloise. Eloise is frustrated and flustered. And, okay.
I mean, that's part of the process of working with magnets and converting models and making them custom. Is sometimes it doesn't go how you want.
No, that at least they hold. I can tap, 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 and they're still here.
Yeah.
So there's that to be said.
Actually, see if it holds to your tray.
The tray's in the garage. I'm too lazy.
Well, there's that.
So, what is your name, Ebon Chalice Girl? Ebon Chalice Girl is Dominica.
I'm still very surprised that they have names. I mean, it makes sense that they have names. I'm just a little surprised.
I mean, they're saints.
They're not saints. They're the ones that are
It
killing.
literally says Saint Dominica, Saint Mina, Saint Sylvana Avenue, next to Succor.
That's Sylvania Avenue.
Same. Maybe it's Sylvania. Next to Succor Road.
The Toledo Gamer address.
Yes. Yes. If you're looking for good models when you're in the Toledo area.
They have the biggest selection of used models that I've ever seen. Rooms and rooms and rooms of used models.
They do. They do. It's the Bitspot guy at
Adepticon.
Bitbox guy?
Yes.
Not Adepticon.
And Nova, for that matter.
I didn't know that they did Nova as well.
And occasionally they do. Like, you figure there's a relatively high profit margin on selling bits and parts and reselling armies, especially if you get the pieces for cheap enough.
Well, maybe I should withdraw what I said when I said that it was holding well. They all just went wee. The amount of love and patience within my body is vomiting. I'm telling you.
Vomiting. If you need to take a break, you can take a break.
I do not need to take a break. I need it done and finished and over with. I appreciate you being a loving and caring human being.
Alright, we'll transition away from you then. I feel the explosion coming.
In my family, we push through the pain.
I mean, if you need a Snickers.
And I'm screwed because we don't even have Snickers.
Yeah, but it's coming up on dinner time here, so. You mentioned pizza, so I
We did not order the pizza.
Well, we can just go get it. It's Tuesday.
They're gonna be super crowdy.
Okay, we'll go later.
But I kind of convinced myself I want pizza now.
Yeah.
Later in time or later in days?
Later in time today.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to ask you to spray me, please.
Let me know. Are you ready now?
I am ready now.
Okay.
Before I teach this mother how to fly. Thank you, my love. That's why I play Sisters.
to have a bunch of easily breakable T3 moon models. The amount of dead arcoflagellant arms is actually really impressive.
Their arms are flying. The flails are flailing.
I don't know how I would build them to avoid that problem, but we did get them all used, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah. And I genuinely, like, I was thinking about it during my game. I'm like, okay, do I want to fix them and they're going to break again and it's going to look like crap?
No,
or do I just want to embrace, like, once they're gone, and it is what it is, you know?
They're so fragile. Like, they have the thickness and durability of pencil lead.
That is true. Okay. Nope. Yes. Right. The chalice girl is sitting here. GW, if you hear me, I beg of you, please add magnet holes on this Triumph.
I don't think they're going to redesign it and redo all their molds for magnet holes.
I begged of them.
I mean, weirder things have happened, I guess, but I don't see this one happening.
Me neither, but I keep hoping.
That doesn't solve your predicament. If you build a second Triumph, it would.
I know. And now I'm actually pretty impressive. Put it straight in my mouth. Kids, safety message: do not ever cut towards yourself and always cut away from you. Additionally, do not ever put force on an X-Acto knife. And if you need to use force, you're using it wrong. I know I'm using it wrong. So yeah, that was a safety message of the day.
Oh, okay.
Don't do what I do.
We can clip that too if you want.
There we go. Why? Why? Oh, why?
Okay.
I don't know what you guys do with all the clips you're doing because I never see them.
Oh, I never see them either. I don't actually think people clip as much as they say they do.
Like I know that Mr. T clipped 5 minutes of Brad saying "Go Blue" straight.
I think there's more.
More than 5 minutes.
And he keeps increasing the video size. So we're gonna have a super compilation at some point. Yeah.
Okay, so she needs to walk that way, going down the stairs. Down the block, don't cross the road.
Why did Saint Katherine cross the road?
Because the chicken was on the other side.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Yeah, the chickens are in the 40K universe still.
I mean, what are they eating otherwise?
People. Dead people, actually.
I mean, I would rather eat chicken, but then again, I'm a picky eater, so there's that. That one is terrible.
Let's see what else. I mean, they do have agricultural worlds, but so the commoners, the ones who aren't in the military, they get the nasty food. You know, they rat chunks and dead people reprocessing, and the military people actually get food, and the people who have money, of course, obviously. mean, there's billions and billions of worlds, so their whole world's dedicated to, farming.
Everybody else.
Yep.
Why is this magnet so loving? What on earth?
Sound one more time.
Maybe.
Maybe? Yeah, it's working.
It's super low.
Yeah, let's see.
That's weird because it did not used to be.
I need to put it like this.
I know.
Monster. The worst. Yeah.
For you guys to see there in the middle of the desk. We don't need to open it that much.
I'm gonna be right back. it not working because I just unplugged everything?
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's working.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Alright, I think it works.
I was so full of hope after my second magnet. The first and second magnet went so well. And then it went downhill from there, like, hard.
Well, you know.
It was a hard downhill.
Hard downhill. I will say, it is going on 6:30, dude. Did you impale yourself?
I did not impale myself, I just impaled the base.
Okay. It's going on 6:30. We've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now. So almost going on 3. So do you want to call it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to show off what you've done? Here, let me transition you so you can show off what you've done.
Sure.
Okay.
So what I have done is that I have drilled holes through Saint Katherine's basement. No. So what I have done, I have built all of Saint Katherine's little friend, including Saint Catherine Jr., I guess. And for ease of transportation, because when you put them like that, and of course I chose the wrong example. Which one of you is not magnetized yet? You, okay. Made. For ease of transport, they are a little bit flimsy. But it would be hard to transport as one piece. So what I am doing is trying to magnetize it. So we put magnets under the address, we put magnets under the base, and it actually really helps. It holds well. That one we had some issues and we went through the base, but now she holds all right. That one we had some issues and we went through the base, and at this point of my life I need to rebuild at least the top part of the stairs before I can, with green stuff, before I can put the magnet in, so that because here you can see it shows. And then the last thing to do will be to magnetize her. And then we're done, and we will be ready to build up the base. I am sure that you guys have noticed that I am not the most delicate person that there is, and I am trying to me-proof my thing, so I will not put on the cherubs. So all of that we're not doing, because otherwise I'm going to break it, and I'm going to use and I'm going to use some of this terrain on the base to get the height so that I do not model for advantage. So that's what I've done and what my plan is. What about you, Brendan?
So I've been working on these tile bases. So I started off with these 3 ghost heel bases, and what I had to do is glue the little sections on, let it dry, and just cut around it. I'll add more details as I go, like I have some bits that I'll add on top of it, some columns, some ballast, and just make it more visually appealing for when I paint it. So we're getting there. So the 3 ghost keel bases are almost done. Now I'm on the Riptide bases where I started working on the first one, and I have 2 more after that. With this one, I'm going to have some battle damage, so there'll be some cratering, and I'll be able to show some more interest and texture. So these are for some Riptides. I'll probably make one of these more visually appealing by adding some more height to it as well. I just haven't gotten to that part yet. So my goal tonight is, I guess we're going to get some dinner, and then I'm going to finish adding on all these little rectangles onto the bases, and probably cutting some more little rectangles because I have a giant Tau Mansa base I need to do in this style as well. And that one's going to take forever, so I might as well get some cutting done while I have my sanity. But with that being said, we have been jumping around for a couple hours now, so let's call it a day. Thank you everybody who watched us hobbying, and we'll post pictures on Instagram.
I will not post pictures of the Triumph because the Triumph will be a brilliant fail.
Probability decided to join us in the last minute.
All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day. Mr. T, if you get bored, you can watch the video. We made some comments about you.
And there's some clippable content. So if you want to clip that content and send it to me, we'll make a short out of it.
All right. You guys have a good rest of your day and see you guys later. Bye.